Welcome to this class. In this class, we are going to discuss and also solve one numerical on the boost converter. This is the circuit diagram for the boost converter. Source, inductance. This is a control switch, diode, capacitance, and load. A boost converter has an input voltage of 20 volts. This is 20 volts. The output voltage of 50 volts. Output voltage is here. You have to write the 50 volts. The switching frequency is here 25 kilohertz. The inductance is 200. This inductance value 200 micro henry that you are converted into the henries, and load resistance is 20 ohms. Load resistance is 20. Calculate the duty ratio. Here the input voltage and output voltage is given. So A bit, or you can take it as a 1 also. In case of boost converter, the output voltage V naught equal to V by 1 minus alpha. This we can write it as a 1 minus alpha equal to V by V naught. So we have to find out the alpha. So 1 minus V by V naught equal to alpha, because I have taken alpha this side and this quantity this side. Alpha equal to V naught minus V by V naught. This is equal to 50 minus 20 divided by 50. So approximately you are getting the value 0. 0. Alpha value you are getting as 0.6, because numerator 30 by 50. So you are getting the 0.6. This is alpha. Average value of input and output currents. Okay. Just here, first we are finding the output current. You see, take it as the output current. The average value of output current equal to, it is given output voltage by resistance. So V naught by R, we get in 50 by 20. Current becomes a 2.5 amperes. Average value of output current. In case of boost converter, if it is a no loss occurs in a boost converter, input power equal to output power. By equating the input power, V into Is equal to, see, V into Is equal to V naught into I naught. This V naught we can write it as a V by 1 minus alpha into I naught, V into Is. V gets cancelled. So I naught equal to I naught by 1 minus alpha. We know this right hand side quantity. So the average source current equal to I naught by 1 minus alpha. This is the direct formula. So 2.5 by 1 minus 0.6. We are getting the value Approximately you're getting the value 6.25 amperes. Approximately exactly also. B bit is over. Next, C bit is the inductor peak to peak ripple current. Already we derived expression for the in a boost converter. The ripple current, inductor ripple current delta IL equal to alpha into Vs divided by F into L. This alpha value already calculated 0.6. Sorry, here not Vs, V, because we are following the notation as a V input voltage into V becomes a 20 volts. The switching frequency that is given in the problem 25 kilohertz, that you have converted to the hertz. Inductance value also given 200 micro henries. Now this is equal to, we are getting the value 2.4 amperes delta I. This is the ripple in inductor current. If you draw the inductor current waveform, here I am drawing the inductor current waveform. When switch is on, the inductor current is changing from I1 to I2. When switch is on, because why it is increasing means, because the inductor is directly connected to the source, so inductor current will be increases. Energy will be stored in the inductors. When switching off, this is on state, T on. Here this is the T off. When switch is off, the current is changing from I2 to I1. See, I1. This is off time. This total time is nothing but a, this is sum of these two is nothing but a total time period. Okay. Now we are finding the maximum. We are finding the, what you have to find out here, minimum and a maximum value of inductor. Minimum and maximum value of inductor current. Sorry, here current also there. Inductor current. Minimum and a maximum value of inductor current. Or see, this is the I1 is the minimum value of inductor current. I2 is the minimum value of, sorry, maximum value of inductor current. The difference between these two, already we calculated that value. This is delta I. This is delta I. This inductor current also equal to the source current. This inductor current also equal to the source current. So average value of source current already we know. If you find the average for this graph, this is nothing but a average value. Already just now we calculated the average value of source current, that is 6.25 amperes. So this is the average value of source current, because the inductor current and source current is same in case of boost converter. In case of a boost converter, so we can write it as a I1, we can write it as a IS minus delta I by 2. See, from this graph you can say that this is IS minus half of this height. Already we know the value of IS, that is 6.25 minus delta IL, that one, this is delta IL, that is 2.4 divided by 2. So we are getting the value I1 as a 5.05 amperes. Similar manner, the maximum value of inductor current equal to I2 equal to Is plus delta L by 2. So from this one you are writing. So 6.25 plus 2.4 divided by 2, we are getting the value I2 equal to 7.45 amperes. This is the G bit. In E bit, again you go for the question. Find the capacitor ripple voltage if capacitance value is 400 microfarads. Okay. In case of boost converter, we have a direct expression for the delta V naught equal to delta VC because both are connected parallel. Alpha I naught divided by F into C. Alpha value already calculated. We calculated the alpha value, that is 0.6. I naught value also we calculated 2.5 amperes. This is the I naught, 2.5 amperes. Switching frequency that is given 25 kilohertz into capacitance value is given. The capacitance value 400 microfarads. That is given as the problem. 400 that we converted into the farads. We are getting the value 150 millivolts. Next, fifth one is the nothing but F bit, the critical value of inductance and capacitance. In case of boost converter, already we derived the critical value of inductance and capacitance. You take up that formulas. The critical value of inductance LC equal to alpha into 1 minus alpha whole square into R divided by 2F. Every value is given. We know 0.6, 1 minus 0.6 whole square. R value is given 20. The problem it is given as 20. 2 into F value 25 kilohertz, that we convert to the hertz. We are getting the value 38.4 microhenries. If the inductance value less than this value, this inductor current come to the zero, stay at zero value. Nothing but the inductor current becomes the discontinuous. If the inductance value more than this value, this inductor current is nothing but a continuous. It does not come to the zero. Same manner, critical capacitance. Already we derived the formula for the critical capacitance in the boost converter. Critical value of capacitance for boost converter alpha by 2FR. This is equal to 0.6 divided by 2 into 25 into 10 cube into R 20. We are getting the value 0.6 microfarads. Now, what is the physical meaning of this value? This capacitance value is nothing but a, if you this much of capacitance in the circuit, if you that much of capacitance in the circuit, this one, the output voltage will vary between 2 times the 50 volts, nothing but a. Suppose if we take the output voltage is the 50 volts, here this is the 50 volts, 50 volts. The output voltage will be vary in this manner, around this value, above 50, below 50, above 50 and below also the. So that is the condition we have taken, because when you're going to derive the critical capacitance, we have taken the output voltage delta V equal to 2 times the V naught, 2 times the, that is the physical meaning of that one. So in this manner, we have designed the different parameters in boost converter. Thank you very much for your attention. Next class, we are going to we take up the one more numerical on the buck boost converter.